Welcome to episode 2 of Cake Creates. We are going to be doing a special autumn craft today because Thanksgiving is this week. That's so crazy. I'm so excited for turkey. You probably have somebody coming over to your house, or maybe you're going over to somebody's house. You might have to impress your in-laws, or maybe you have some friends coming over and you want them to think you're really decorative and you maybe haven't made anything yet. So this is the perfect thing that we can make. You just put leaves on a jar and then you put a candle in it and it's so beautiful. You're gonna impress everybody who comes over to your house. Or you can gift it when you go to someone's house and they're gonna think you're the most considerate guest. I mean, who needs to bring wine when you can bring a leafy mason jar? So the pins that I saw online all said basically you should coat an entire jar with Mod Podge first, and then you're supposed to stick leaves on it from outside. But I live in Florida and we don't have leaves on the ground outside. I had to go to the store and buy fake fall leaves, and they were only like $1 because I got them on clearance because retail thinks it's Christmas time now. Then it says you're supposed to coat it again with Mod Podge, but let me tell you, that does not work. The leaves I'm using today, since they're synthetic, are too 3D and textury, and that's why I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use hot glue instead. So if you're going to use fake leaves like me, follow me on this journey to make the most beautiful fall leaf mason jar. You don't want to use the hot glue on real leaves because I have a feeling that that could really kind of do some damage to your natural leaves. They're, frail and dead. Alright, so for this project you're going to need one glass mason jar, unless you want to make a bunch, and then just get as many as you want. You're going to need some leaves from outside if you live somewhere cold, or you're going to need just a few bags of autumn leaves from your local craft store. I only got this many bags because I wanted a variety of sizes, and they only come in kind of one size per bag. You're going to need some twine, a candle, a paper plate, and Mod Podge if you're going the natural leaf route, and hot glue gun, and some glue sticks. I am using a low temperature hot glue gun, and that's probably the way to go because you're going to be using your fingers and nobody wants burned fingertips. Step 1 is I'm going to be using hot glue to adhere my leaves to my jar. So now that we've glued all the leaves on the jar, the next step will be putting glue just under the extra parts that are popping up. That's not because you didn't put glue there, it's just because they're really big, and especially with the fake leaves, they just have a tendency to want to be 3D and textured. With the fake leaves, you're going to have probably this happening a lot with the bigger ones. Smaller ones don't need as much glue, but the big leaves really resist sticking to the jar. So I've glued down all my edges, and as you can see, there's still some texture to it. There's some waves in the leaves. I like the way this looks just like this, so I'm not going to add a layer of Mod Podge on top. This jar has a layer of Mod Podge on top. As you can see, it kind of flattened everything out. There's a little less texture. It sort of gave it a glossy glow even though I used matte Mod Podge. So if you like this better, by all means, go right ahead and put Mod Podge on top. Makes no difference to me. It took me about 20 extra minutes. All you do is you get a little bottle of Mod Podge and a foam brush, and you just put one layer on top. Pays particular attention to just really blotting down those edges of the leaves so that the leaves sort of stick together. Alright, so your final step, whether you use the Mod Podge to finish it off or not, or whether you use fake leaves or real leaves, is to go ahead and tie a bow. You can use whatever you want. You can use ribbon, you can use string, yarn. I'm using hemp cord. It just gives it like a nice rustic look at the end. So you just, you know, tie it around, give it your basic, you know, shoelace knot. Or you could get really fancy and do like a fancy bow if you know how to do that. But I'm just gonna do a regular bow. Whoa. All done. Now you can put a candle in the middle of it, which is hard on the little mason jars. Yeah. You should use a votive, not a tea light, because now I can't get it out. So here we go. We've finished making autumn leaf mason jar candle holders. So easy, so much fun. Find the picture of me holding this mason jar on Instagram at KateNCreates, like it, and you are entered to win this mason jar. Isn't it so pretty? Don't you want it on your table? I know you do. Don't forget, you could also win this coffee mug. You have until December 31st to win this guy. Just find him on Instagram. Looks like this. And like it. All you have to do, it's so easy. Thanks you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I think I'm gonna like these guys now. Maybe. Maybe not. There we go. What the heck? I really can't do it. Look at these.